Well, hello. I'm back for more. Hey, I was gone for like 7 minutes. Sorry. Voice, little finger voice. That was so much fun. Monica is the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I could look forward. I guess I will look forward to it. I can't do my Natsuki voice right now. I'm sorry. Hi, Nicholas. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. I'm glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you want everyone any suggestions, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring them up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Nicholas. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, true. I handed Monica my poem. Hmm. Great job, Nicholas. I'm going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something this deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it's always count when I put some effort into it through my voice. It's just like spring just gets me. I know it's summer now. I can't breathe in the spring summer. You know what? Saving this for Sagi. Crack him in a cold one, boys. The bottle cap go. That way, it's always counts when I put in some effort. Ha ha ha! That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes the kind of writing, right? That's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Yuri, he likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. Very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years for practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. Never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Keep exploring, learning. I'm dying. And learn by trying new things. Dunka dunk dunka. Sorry, Discord. Trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying something. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It'll take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of. That's the best kind of way. It's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'm always here to help you find what suits you the most. Don't force yourself to write that way everyone else wants you to write. Not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ah. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Weapon dog. Weapon dog, weapon dog. Okay. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Let's read it then. Hole in wall. Couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. Peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film let down the sun. But it's too late, my retinas. Already scorched with a permanent copy of a meaningless image. Just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Reaching forever into everything. Thank God she drew on a scroll wheel. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Hahaha, that's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Ah, well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. But influencing my poems, it's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and try to up it again later. And another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you're just going to get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. My advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oh no, my voice. Should I show my poem to next? Natsuki? It was already highlighting over it. Nicholas, if you're going to take this club seriously, then go. If you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? What? Harsh. Well, you expect me to believe you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe I'm not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're so proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, I'm sorry. Well, sorry. It'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, each their own, I guess. Anyway, guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Get bent, humans. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. People don't even take my writing seriously. Isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less vivid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like it sets up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feelings in the last line. So you did. There's more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I just had to humor her for this comment. I didn't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud and I won't take that away from her. Phew. Guess that's everyone. Glanced around the room. A little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. This is what I ended up getting myself into. Across the rooms, that Yuri and Monica are happily chanting. I land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? Clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant The language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Um, well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If not looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Nicholas did too. Based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't. Yet. Nicholas liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Suki suddenly stands up. Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous Nicholas appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I were full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do so overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Nicholas started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki? That's a little... Doesn't involve you, sure. I don't like the fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Nicholas. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. She could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, and this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out to the reader, not force him to have to figure it out. Help me explain this to her, Nicholas. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way we can convey your complex feelings and meaning them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, Nicholas? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I knew anything about writing. Whomever I agree with, probably think more highly of me. Of course he's going to be. Help me, Sayori. Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori, yeah. Everyone's fighting is making me Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Nicholas. Well, that's the problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to inject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. Have fun, Sayori. It's your immaturity that's made me upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? That's exactly why nobody likes... Stop. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... Well... Also... Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori? Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, but I can't I could organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. Is president this kind of embarrassing with me? Nah. Not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess it just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's wild and suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That'll make two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. The genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. Just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about today's sharing poems? A lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Bliss, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about it with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I need to learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. Any luck? That means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I'm out of myself with newfound determination. Nicholas. Ready to walk home? Sure. Let's go. Zuri beams at me. It truly has been a while since Zuri and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori. About what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? The kind of thing happen often? No. It's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise you, both wonderful people. Yeah, you don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd be good friends with you. Phew. You know, Nicholas, I said I could spend time with you in the club. I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone's nice, but you really need to stop there. We'll get to see what happens, what the future holds for us, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I say that to myself. I say that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Existence. Frightening. The existence is frightening. It is a frightening whirlwind of imagination. With vivid ideas of disaster. Electricity. The lightning essence bouncing. Against my better judgment. The incongruent treasure of anxiety. Socks. Broken. With crimson. Pain. Of empty. Philosophy. Lollipop. Another day passes and it's time for the club's meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, usual scene greets me. Hey, Nicholas. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being in the club, that's all. I see. Pretty simple thing to get you into a good mood. But I guess it's always a simple thing with you, Sayori. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. It's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that? Why all of a sudden? No reason, really. I want to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets open. She turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How'd you even know? It's simple. You had enough money in the first place, but you would have brought a snack before. You would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money, that I will lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, it only leaves the one option. Oh, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Very suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in the book, as in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yori, tell Nicholas to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, to pull a mischievous little stunt like that, suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that at all. I got too absorbed in my book. Ugh. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. Doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think like that. You were right, though. I did something bad. Now I have to accept the revolution. I now pivoted to Joker voice for Sayori, and I respect that. Retribution? That. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it wasn't for the cupcakes. Try to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me some more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto her desk. Flop. Kya. Ooh. What's that? A cookie. Sure enough, it was a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? Because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. How do I do her voices again? I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Nah. I got the same voice for both these characters, man. Both verging on Joker. Natsuki. That's so nice of you. I'm gonna try to pull back out the little finger voice. I'm so happy. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper, takes a big bite. Throw garp. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. Upper my tongue. You're going through a lot just over one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Yours can't be choosers, but yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up and to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. That's just offensive. How dare you? Hey, did you seriously just do that? Ahuhu. Mouthful, so Yuri taunts away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, they're such a kid sometimes. Monica, does that Yuri? Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica is in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. You know what, Sayuri, you now have my voice again. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. Probably just has something to do today. Probably it's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. Probably more desirable than any of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. So strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Oh, never mind that. Well, what held you up, anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I'm kinda just lost track of time. Uh-huh. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. Must not have heard, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I mean, I kinda just started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. If he wants to get a little bit better, I will. Yay. Sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Nicholas. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I really love the chance to play Shara once when I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. Maybe like a thief. I chose to leave Sayori's mischievous escapade. Sure, Natsuki will end up complaining about the order anyway. Like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri and the is back to her book. Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Back to her cave. Hey, Yuri. Eh? Suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book than the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Oh, no. I'm just waiting for you. And if that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. I'm not gonna hold somebody back from making tea. Are you insane? Oh my god, dude. Thanks very much. The one thing that can make my reading time here any better is a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. Watch the child. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri has made the water pitcher and I also fetches an electric kettle. I'm gonna plug this in here at the teacher's desk, then we'll get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. Simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, we're just a bit curious. Kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Nicholas in club activities? Her mouth gapes. suppose nothing wrong with that. Humph. Let's go, Nicholas. Really quickly exits the room, and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forward against the wall. I spoke without thinking. Could I say something like that? Yuri. I just... Something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No. Yuri, I think you did the right thing. Wasn't expecting that, but it's not also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Nicholas, you come even when I did something so bad. You're being nice to me. Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Nicholas, I really like being friends with you. Ha ha ha. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway. Yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Nicholas, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now, time to get the teapot. For some reason I thought this game was in Celsius. For some reason I was like, oh my god. They really are in San Francisco. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. Shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert in tea or anything. Hoo-hoo. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. Must be in a good mood. Is that so? I'm letting it show. And you noticed, doing a bit of thinking, I decided that I would try to expressing myself a little bit more. Which was not really hard for me to do. When it was you who was around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. Always worrying about me, Nicholas. You're always worrying about me, Nicholas. Very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Nicholas, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? You know how dirty this floor probably is? Is that wood? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read without the back against the wall. With my back against the wall, rather than bending over my desk. Dude, I always hated sitting at a desk. Like, I feel weird leaning back, because like, someone's right behind you. So you want to lean forward and it's not really good posture. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly. I do my best to manage it. That's so? Wonder why that is. It's mostly because of my your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes. I have terrible reading posture. That's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my leg. And I have some chocolate as well. Like a small chocolate candies that I keep hidden from Yuri's candy radar. I take it, since it will go nice with the tea. Yuri and I had sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assumed the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but being less apprehensive is almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup, holding it with my hand. That's the hole in the book, and I'm in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I have to worry about making sure I don't actually touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri has noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. It's all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. Put the teacup between my legs and fumble with a chocolate wrapper. Sorry. Briefly let go of the book and finish opening the wrapper. You can have some if you want. That's okay. I won't take any. You sure? Well, if I touch it, I might get this smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. Take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then take another chocolate, hold up to Yuri. Doesn't even look away from the book. Simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop here. I instantly place the chocolate in her mouth. It's so tiny. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just? Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Nicholas? Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have, it's weird. Well, you were just helping. Something that friends do. Right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah. Then, you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book. I can tell just by her expression focus now. My heart is pounding. Nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. Ellipses. Had it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. Notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. Feel her hot breath in my fingers. Okay, everyone. What? Yuri dilts back. Time to share poems. Nicholas, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. Spell is absolutely broken. I'll take care of the 2 cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us, feeling that it's something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Well, like as I said, Yuri, it's just me talking with, just talking with, on breath exhaustion. Very timidly. Much easier than, a sharp, hurting my throat voice. I guess Monica is also just me being confident. I'm not already. Let's see what you've written. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Nicholas, one might be better than yesterday's. How'd you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you this kind of technique's worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. Really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offered the patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. Probably sounds really stupid, seeing someone motivated by my writing. Just makes me really happy. Saying you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. You really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway. You want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. There have been in the dead of night when I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scudding of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies what? As an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread and set my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Don't give animals food. Well aware the raccoon that is fed well always comes back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was a symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. Slice the bread, fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. Dunk 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 dunk. Perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions on a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You can say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becoming hungry more and more frequently. My bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon throws me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. I'm muted! I'm gonna go hydrate. A little more daring with this one than yesterday's, I would say so. I can see that. I do have a slash marker coming up too. It's been like 45 minutes just about. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. They're closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express my vivid imagery, conveying emotions throughout them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. The donkey did dunk dunk dunk. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing? People would make fun of me? Don't you have anything like that, Nicholas? I don't tell people I play video games. Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. Oh, that was Yuri. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if we haven't learned to embrace my weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. Really aren't many people like you. Excuse me? Writing and listening? Nicholas? It's an exaggeration a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now, I must feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Dunk dunk dunk. I'm gonna walk away for a minute. I will be right back.